Glam Squad? Pinky Glam here. Welcome to my channel, Glam World, where simply royalty. So, how you guys doing this Friday? I'm doing videos. So, I'm hot. I'll turn on the air. So, what I'm talking about today is our BC days, right? Before Christ. So, my BC days was off the chain. And I do know, like God wants to call you. He been calling you like way before you even knew it. I remember when I was younger, I just started knew I had to help people. Like it wasn't that it was more so what they call it, the codependency and all. It wasn't all that. I know the call was upon my life when I was like little, younger, like really young. And so I would always help people. And I didn't understand the true meaning of God and his kingdom and all these things. So I just went for it, right? And it's your mindset. Your mindset be how you thinking, how you process things. And if you don't have mentorship, you don't know how to process things. You don't understand a lot of things. So I got the Holy Spirit when I was like 9, 10. And so it was more so you have God, okay, in you, right? And so you don't know how to work with God, talk with God. I know I talk with God, but I did not understand the full meaning of things. So it was more so, and then the world will come in, people will come in and take you from God. So God came, he called me. He been calling me because you would hear him talking to you. You would always want to know a lot of whys, why this happened, why that happened. And so it's more so he forced me this time. Well, it wasn't so much as forced me. It was more so my mom passed. So when my mom passed, I couldn't breathe. It felt like I was dying. So it was more so I had no other choice because I didn't know what to do after that. It was like, okay, now what I'm supposed to do, because your parents, it's like that's who you want to make proud, right? That's who you want to say good job, so it was more so I couldn't do that anymore. So, and then I felt the pain, so I just laid my life down. And so people never talk about the process, okay? The process of becoming, okay? To becoming renewed, a new creature, okay? They say whoever's in Christ is a new creature, right? But you have to become a new creature, okay? So people think it's like, bam, So, yeah, it ain't like I'm 20 doing this to where you ain't got much to go over. I had a lot to go over, okay, my past that I had to go over, okay, and I remember how people used to treat me, and it was like really devastating. You open your eyes to how people treated you, and it was more so I was like, wow, this is off the chain. Like, I didn't think people thought about me like that because I was blind. You say you are blind, but now you see. So you see people for who they truly are in your life, right? And you see how people treat you and how they judge you, and they ain't even doing jack for you, okay? Like, well, nobody coming in paying my bills. But they had a lot of chitter chatter, okay? So I don't deal with that anymore. So yeah, God has set you apart, and he's purifying you, working on you, and it's just not an overnight process, okay? So I've been going through this for like 4 or 5 years, right? Okay, so it was more so I had to die to self, okay, die to self. So he set me apart. I'll be by myself. So I'll be on the computer. I'll be praying, reading, working on my life coaching business. And I'll be talking to nobody. So I'll be like, dang, I want to talk to somebody, guys. You got me like so lonely, right? But that's the process. So that's the process. Girl, be by herself, okay? And I can't wait till I meet my my tribe family, my soul family, my tribe, to where I be around people that think like me. Okay. So I do know, like in my past, it was more so I would think I would act like, God was in me, but I know people will come around you, so they will spoil your behavior, you know what I'm saying? And so I will always be talking to God and stuff, and then as soon as somebody come in my life, then I forget what I'm thinking about and what I'm talking about with God. And it was more so, it was the people. So sometimes you don't beat all that jacked up. It just be the people around you, your environment, and things like that. So then you can sort out your own mindset and your spirit. And so that's what I really was about God. And so everybody would test me all the time, and I would be ready to fight. So it was more so people must have thought I was ignorant or was a troublemaker or something, but it was more so people will always be attacking me, trying to bully me, doing all type of things, telling me what I need to do, assuming things, prejudging me without really getting to know me. And so I would be upset because they would be coming at me, okay? It wasn't like my whole life, it was like nothing but attacks, tack. And I got sick of it. And then I became something else. Like, you know what? So that's how the world could come at you. And that's why you got to come out of the world, because it'll transform you into something you don't want to become. Okay, it'll transform you to you do not want to become, because of all the pain, the attacks, and they say broken people hurt people, hurt people, and or whatever. Not saying I was perfect or whatever. I'm treating people right, but I had a stop button. Some people don't have no stop button. You be like, what the world? So yeah, your BC days, we go over our before Christ days, what we were doing, and see our errors and our ways and how we become a better person. You know what I'm saying? So you don't just say forget your life how it was. You know what I'm saying? And we go back to the past for lessons. Okay, that's so we go back to past, because we ain't living in the past no more. We moving forward, but you do go and get lessons from your past, okay, to help someone else and to help you too to get answers and figure out who you are. And you have to do self-discovery, okay? And that's the things that I'm going to be teaching on: self-discovery, self-mastery, self-confidence, a lot of areas, okay? So that's what I've been working on. And I finally got my business cards and I've been working on my website. Like, I didn't go to school for that. But I've been working on that, and that's like really hard, but I got it built and stuff. Well, there's a lot of red tape with that, so so yeah, you can't see them, but I got those physical cards or whatever. And it's a lot of things I've been learning, God been working out in me, okay? And we just gonna keep moving forward, okay? But it is a lot of things that I want to teach on and discuss, okay? So yeah, that's all I got for you guys for right now, but stay strong and keep going. And your BC days might have been off the chain, but God don't care about none of that, okay? Ain't no shame in our past. We're moving forward. And God is a forgiving God, a merciful God. And he do not judge you when he come call you. Okay, that's what I understand about people that tell me, well, you do have the right to judge, but you cannot judge in my life. Okay, you ain't doing nothing for me. You ain't about to judge me far as in my life. If I'm not messing with anyone as being a menace to society, you're not gonna come in my life and tell me what I need to do when I not need to do and all this, okay? Because guess what? God gonna tell people what they need to do if they try to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But if no one's in your life and they're not helping you and they're not being sincere, okay, and they ain't gonna try to help you to do what you need to do, why is they even giving you any advice on anything unless you ask them? Okay, man, I got a lot of pet peeves that I do not like. Okay, because some people say you do judge. Yeah, you do judge in your life and how people come to you and how you are. If you're being a menace to society, but other than that, you need to stay in your lane. So stay in my lane, okay? And I don't mess with nobody. Back in the day, I was even like that. I would be in my own lane and people would try to jump in my lane. I'll be like, hold up. So that was my problem in my past. Okay, so that's why God was like, okay, I'm gonna set you apart. Okay, so you ain't gotta be around nobody, and nobody will be misleading you, treating you bad, or none of those things. And then you can see your errors too. So your BC days is very important. So okay, so don't disregard your past. Okay, and when you step into Christ, he already knew your past. Okay, he already know your past. Okay, so he is the judge. Okay, so just stay with him and he'll get you together. Okay, he gonna get you together. So I hope I was helpful a little bit. I was so busy, guys. So here you go, Polo, you guys. Say hi, Polo. Polo. He don't even like pictures no more. He used to like cameras. You don't like them no more. Say hi. So yeah, there go my Polo. He a Shorty, Shih Tzu mixed with Yorkie. So yeah, he a trip. So I'm just kicking it with you guys, okay? Not kicking it, talking. With talking about BC days and stuff and what I've been going through, right? I do know that I would always think that people are like me. Like, I just get to talking. I'd be so excited when I talk to someone. Right? Especially now, because I don't be talking to nobody. So I have to watch how I talk. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to somebody right now. And I always been that way, just talking, thinking that their spirit is good and they want the same things that I want. You can't assume anything, okay? You make an A out of you and me, right? When you assume. So yeah, you can't think that everyone have your heart. You can't think that everybody wants what you want, okay? You have to realize that you're with a whole person and they got their own little city going on, their own world going on, and you coming around thinking everybody sweet and kind like you, right? And that's not how I go, okay? I put Polo outside. I'm like, is it raining? Look, it been raining so much. I'm like, is it really summer or is it just raining season? Like, no, it ain't raining. And so yeah, I would assume everyone is like me, and they're not. Nothing like me, because it's only one you, right? It's only one you. So I would assume everybody like me, and if I were in a relationship, so does someone else, you know. And then I have to also realize that it takes people time to process things, okay? Especially men, it take them a minute. Because women, we're so in tune with our emotions, okay? Well, me, if I make a decision, I'd have made a decision. This is it, okay? This is what I'm about to do, okay? And then I always run across problems. I'd be like, okay, now I gotta stay here and wait till this person catch up. Okay, because who want to be set up here and go on a relationship? I was just like that anyway. Like, okay, if I like you, you like me, okay? I was a big kid, and so God had to pull me aside, like, look here, okay? Life ain't like that. Okay, I was a little naive about the world and people, you know. So yeah, I'm glad I'm set apart. Okay, you'll be happy God set you apart, because if you just go through the process and embrace it, you'll understand what God is doing. It's painful. It's painful, but you'll be glad you went through it. Okay. So yeah, I don't be talking to nobody, just me and God, right? And learn about myself. So yeah, that this process ain't nothing to play with. It ain't nothing to play with. Like, I don't celebrate Christmas anymore. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I always cook, so you know, you cook. You know, in the Bible it say don't put up no trees and decorate it, but I guess you can decorate and you know, but I don't do none of that. I cook, you know, and spend time with my family. I do that anyway, so you know, but I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, none of the holidays anymore or whatever. And God got his own holidays that you can celebrate and do. Go study some more of that. I used to be on it. I got to get back on that, right? And yeah, I don't celebrate those. And then my weekends used to be the party days, right? The weekend, like you had company, you kick it, and this and that. I don't do that anymore, okay? So yeah, my life is like totally changed, okay? I am becoming a new creature. And so, yeah, so it's a trip. It's a trip. And I do know, like, if I was to go back, you know, and deal with some of the people from the past, they will have to accept me for who I am today, you know. And you can't mishandle me anymore. You can't just come, you can't let someone come in your life and just mishandle you and treat you any old type of way. Come over your house any time of day without calling, just stopping by.
not giving you heads up when you want to go somewhere. Women do that a lot. Like, let's just go here. No, we ain't just going nowhere. You ain't tell me ahead of time, and I'm gonna be cute where I go, okay? Because that's just who I am, and I ain't got time for that. You know, that's with anybody. You come wanting me to go somewhere, you let me know ahead of time, because I'm grown. I'm a businesswoman. That's what we do. Okay, so yeah, you supposed to schedule your day far as you want somebody to go out and have a good time and enjoy themselves. You don't even know what frame of mind you in. I remember I used to go out and my frame of mind used to be cuckoo. So you'll go out and you wouldn't even enjoy yourself because you got things on your mind. You got things to do. I remember back in the day too. People like, let's go out of town. Let's do it. I'm like, what for what? What are we going out of town for? What we celebrate? Okay? What we celebrate? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, we gonna go out of town and then when I come back I'm broke? No, let's not do that. Okay, so yeah, I used to always go through that, and I used to be like, what's wrong with people? So yeah, so it's just me chilling with me, okay, and getting to know me more, building my business, and really just being with me and chilling with me, okay, and enjoying my time, okay, because if you're always used to being in a relationship, having people around you, that can get really hard and daunting, but you have to embrace the process. You have to embrace the process, you guys, and see what God is doing, okay? So, yeah, that's all I am, embracing myself and getting okay with my world, okay? So, never give up and never don't take your crown, you guys. See you on the next video. Bye-bye. Love you guys.